𝐿𝐼𝐶様。
All right, Berserk of Gluttony, episode number 7, and I can confidently say with my chest, the only thing I didn't like about this episode was the northern part of it. The dude with the basically the same kind of mask that Fate had here, northern or whatever. That's the only thing I didn't like about the episode. Now, the thing I didn't like about the episode, I can honestly say it was intentional, right? Like the story definitely intentionally had this thing occur, but from a viewer perspective, or at least from my personal perspective, is I wasn't a big fan of this dude that Fate had saved that's been close to Roxy being the thing that's going to end Roxy. Because the reason that it kind of bothers me is, like, if he's been such in close proximity to Roxy and his goal was to eliminate Roxy, he could have done it like 1,000 different ways versus going about it this way, versus calling in hordes of monsters, versus calling in a divine dragon, versus, you know, getting Fate cornered by himself. I feel like there's a bunch of different ways that he could have done it even before Fate even showed up if this was his primary objective. So the thing is as you can surmise, a lot of the not fates, but a lot of the, what do you call them? Deadly sins. So a lot of the deadly sins are little effed up in the head. And because of that, I can understand why this was the path that was taken, right? Like, if I think about it, like, I can understand the reason that they went this way is because the people who are deadly sins are a little effed up in the head. Now, I didn't think it was Eris, and I know Eris has been the main, like, person that, you know, Fate has been like, you know, I didn't think that. I did think it was a new person, but because it does have the magic affecting mask, I was like, well, it could be. But the moment we saw the gun, we knew that, okay, that's not Eris, you know, herself either. So it all fell into place, but it definitely wasn't my favorite thing. If I removed that little nitpick about the episode, this episode was really, really, really good. So we were finally able to see a couple of things. We were able to learn that Fate had hit the peak of a human. So 99999 999 stats all across the board, okay? And he hit like maxed out what a human can do. At this point, he needs to become inhuman so his stats can continue to grow. And he needed to break a barrier, kind of like going Super Saiyan. He needed to go and break a barrier to go to inhuman stats. And because of his fight with this dude, you know, he was able to break through that into the next field, level E or something like that, or whatever they call it. I forget what the specific word was, and I don't want to go look it up, but like level E, you know, going into this next thing. So he was able to break that field. He was able to match this northern dude, you know, pretty tick for tack. He was able to match him, which was like, okay, that's tremendous for him just breaking through. But it was one more showing for us of how the gluttony skill is the skill that can, what did they call it at the beginning of the show? It's the only skill that can threaten God. And him breaking through this way and immediately being able to hold himself with this other guy who's probably been doing this for a little longer, you know, that's a big showing for his gluttony skills. So really good stuff there. And then at the end of the episode, his mask finally breaking and him showing himself as Fate. Him making it in time to save her. Our boy. Of course he did, but B, thankfully he made it. But when the mask breaks away and she's like, Faye. And I was like, yes, effing finally, because I'm tired of this mask bullshit buffoonery. Like, I don't mind him, you know, hiding his, you know, identity from the masses and stuff, but to the people, especially Roxy, who's so important to him, like, I was like, okay, finally we're here, because the episode started with them fighting, and originally she fought, and like, if she won, he goes to jail, but he just walked away anyway, so I thought that was stupid too. But they fought, and he ended up losing the battle because he saw the pendant that he gave her, or he saw, because he gave her a rock, and the rock had like, he used his powers when he first got it to surmise that the rock had a very, very rare stone. She used it to create a pendant, and that's how he lost the battle. So, circle all the way back, or going all the way back now to the end of the episode, we can see that this is going to be nothing but good for him. With her finding out. Now, the main is to be good for him, she has to live. So that's the main thing. But now it's like, ooh, what's going to happen? It's about to get juicy. The thing that sucks about this getting juicy is this is episode 11. And guess what? Guess what, kids? Next week is episode 12, the last effing goddamn episode of the season. So all the juice that we ready to drink is like, don't matter because we have one episode left. So that's the thing that kind of sucks is like, okay, it's starting to get juicy, and we're ending next week, and that's it. That's all she wrote, and we might not even get a season 2 or core 2 or continuation for years or months or weeks, probably months or years or ever. So, anyways, let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. See you next week. Peace out.